Imagine a legendary luxury car brand, synonymous with British elegance and roaring power, suddenly ditching its iconic leaping cat logo for a bizarre carless ad featuring androgynous models in rainbow outfits. Sounds absurd? Well, in late 2024, Jaguar did exactly that, and it cost them millions, with sales plummeting nearly 50% in 2 years, a CEO resignation, and a frantic agency dump. But Jaguar isn't alone. From Bud Light's influencer fiasco to Pepsi's tone-deaf protest ad, these marketing blunders prove one thing: ignore your audience and they'll ignore you. Today, we uncover these spectacular failures, why they imploded, and what they mean for brands navigating AI ads in 2025. Stick around. This could save your business. Let's rewind to Jaguar's glory days. Founded in the 1930s by Sir William Lyons, Jaguar roared onto the scene with innovative beasts like the XK120, the world's fastest production car at 120 miles per hour in 1948. Icons like Steve McQueen, Frank Sinatra, and George Best owned them, embodying swinging 60s cool. But fast forward to the 2010s, Jaguar's customer base was aging out, literally dying off, while younger buyers shunned the brand for rivals like BMW and Audi. Sales peaked at over 180,000 vehicles in 2018-19, but cratered to just 66,866 by 2023-24. Parent company Tata, which bought Jaguar from Ford in 2008, faced mounting pressures, strict EV regulations in the UK and EU, and a need to go all-electric by 2026. Jaguar's managing director, Rodden Glover, admitted the brand was on a steady road to nowhere, diluted by natural attrition and fierce competition. They needed a bold reinvention, upscale prices over £100,000, EV-only lineup, and a target on high-net-worth millennials obsessed with green tech and performance. Enter the 2024 Rebrand, masterminded by ad agency Accenture Song, formerly Spark 44. On November 18, 2024, Jaguar dropped a 30-second teaser ad. No cars, just models in bizarre, brightly colored outfits, strutting through a pink moonscape under slogans like "Delete Ordinary," "Live Vivid," and "Copy Nothing." The iconic Growler badge, replaced by a stylized J and R, creative director Jerry McGovern declared, "Jaguar has no desire to be loved by everybody," quipping that controversy surrounds British creativity at its best. But was this genius or a gamble? Spoiler, it was the latter. The ad aimed to disrupt, appealing to young liberal EV buyers with themes of diversity, inclusion, and rebellion. Yet it ignored core attributes, performance, heritage, and that signature engine growl. As one branding expert put it, the campaign appears disconnected from the very traits Jaguar spent decades building. What happens when a car brand forgets to show cars? The ad ignited social media like a match to gasoline. Within hours, Elon Musk sniped on X, "Do you sell cars?" The New York Post called it idiotic and woke corporate virtue signaling. Nigel Farage predicted bankruptcy, tweeting, "Mark my words, Jaguar will go bust." The Daily Mail screamed, "Even Gen Z hate the new woke Jaguar." James May from Top Gear noted the buzz was a result, but insiders disagreed. Views hit over 3 million on YouTube, but mostly mockery. Why? It alienated the core male, affluent conservative base. Think golf clubs in the boot and cigar smoke, who saw it as a betrayal of Jaguar's man's man heritage. Younger liberals? They prioritized green performance over DEI optics, which felt secondary and forced. As a marketing veteran blogged, the campaign doesn't hit on brand attributes that the base they want to attract wants on automobiles. Jaguar doubled down. Glover called it bold and disruptive. McGovern welcomed the attention. But this wasn't isolated. Remember Bud Light's 2023 Dylan Mulvaney campaign? Aiming for inclusivity, it featured the transgender influencer in a promo, sparking boycotts from conservatives. sales tanked 17%, costing Anheuser-Busch billions, echoing Jaguar's Bud Light 2.0 label online, or Pepsi's 2017 Kendall Jenner ad, where she hands a cop a soda amid a protest, trivializing social movements. Backlash was swift. Pulled in days, accused of tone-deaf virtue signaling. Coca-Cola's polarizing rebrand and Aunt Jemima's name, changed to Pearl Milling Company post-George Floyd, show similar pitfalls, straying from Roots Invite's disaster. In Jaguar's case, the ad's abstract focus on exuberant living without tying to EVs or heritage felt like a perfume commercial, not a car pitch. But the real damage? It wasn't just online noise. It hit the bottom line hard. The consequences were brutal. Jaguar's UK sales fell 27% in 2024. Overall, from 61,661 in 2022 to 33,320 by year-end, a near 50% drop. Used Jag values dipped, and the shift to pricey EVs, first model in 2026 with 575 horsepower and 430-mile range, faced headwinds like Trump's 25% tariffs on foreign cars in 2025, adding 9,500 pounds to prices and halting US shipments briefly. Parent JLR thrived on Range Rover and Defender, up 25%, but Jaguar dragged. By May 2025, JLR reviewed global creative accounts, dumping Accenture's song despite a contract to mid-2026. CEO Adrian Mardell, who brushed off critics as intolerant, stepped down in August 2025 after 3 years, citing retirement. But timing screamed fallout. As a video analyst noted, the backlash wasn't just vocal, it hit Jaguar's bottom line hard. Jaguar spun it as emotional attachment, but experts called it a crisis. Few brands succeed by alienating their traditional base. Recovery? They're testing the Type 00 concept, blending angular Batmobile vibes with EV tech, but leaked photos show a boxy shift. Insiders argue for honoring heritage, perhaps hybrids nodding to the E-Type's curves, similar resolutions in other fails. Bud Light apologized vaguely, sales recovered slowly. Pepsi pulled the ad and refocused. Jaguar's pivot signals listening, but as Andy Palmer, ex-Aston Martin COO, bluntly asked, "Does the world need the Jaguar brand?" In 2025's economy, with inflation and high rates pricing out young buyers, and AI ads promising personalization, this fiasco highlights the risks of trend chasing over authenticity. So, what can entrepreneurs and marketers learn from Jaguar's catastrophe and these parallel disasters in 2025? First, know your audience. Jaguar alienated loyalists by pivoting to unconnected attributes like DEI over performance and green tech. As branding expert Bruno Benedini said, the rebrand risks alienating traditional customers in a climate where brands face backlash for perceived political stances. Lesson: refresh, don't erase heritage. Second, product first. A car ad without cars, mind-boggling. Tie campaigns to core value. EVs should scream range, power, and efficiency, not abstract vibes. Third, transparency trumps spin. Jaguar's defensiveness worsened the firestorm. Follow the 3 T's from Christy Stewart Harfman. Timeliness, act now. Transparency, admit missteps. Training, refine messaging. In AI-driven 2025, where tools like generative ads promise hyper-personalization, avoid over-reliance. AI can't read cultural shifts like woke backlash. Economic shifts mean budgets are tight. Acquire new customers expensively, but retain old ones cheaply. As a marketing advisor noted, it's far easier to launch a new brand for a new demographic than pivot an old one. Create sub-brands for EVs. Let parent Tata handle fuzzy elements. Finally, test rigorously. Jaguar's viral views were hollow without conversion. In AI era, A/B test with data, not assumptions. These fails aren't schadenfreude, they're blueprints. Brands that listen thrive, those that don't They fade like Jaguar's growl. What do you think? Was Jaguar's rebrand bold or boneheaded? Drop your thoughts in the comments, share your own marketing horror stories, and hit subscribe for more deep dives into business blunders that shape our world. Don't forget to like and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching.